Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise and I talk about how to engage with fashion in more conscious and sustainable ways. One of the topics that I often talk about is shopping less, and I am a strong advocate for the fact that shopping less is the most sustainable thing that you can do in terms of your consumption of fashion. But I still believe that there are a few things that you can keep in mind when you do go shopping. And so I did a little bit of research and I found a few exciting innovations and tools that maybe you haven't heard of before, and I'm going to run through them here in this video. So obviously there is a lot to consider when you do go shopping. Everything from the material choice to the brand to the quality to the actual experience all plays a part in your environmental footprint of the purchase you are making. So in this video I'm going to be focusing on the actual shopping experience and talk about some tools that will sort of help you aid your online shopping journey. All of these tools may help you answer questions like, how will it fit me? What suits me? What should I buy? What's it made of? And how ethical is this brand? So let's dive in. So the first thing that I want to talk about is virtual try-on. And virtual try-on is a sort of augmented reality where you as a customer are enabled to try on products without physically trying them on. And this can be done either in a store or online. I recently bought new glasses. I have nearsightedness of -2.5. I first had a little bit of a nightmare experience in the store and I felt a little bit uncomfortable when trying on all of these glasses. So I instead went online to look for a pair, and what I found was a website here in Sweden where you can actually try on the glasses virtually before ordering them with the strength of glasses that you need. I tried on like an entire collection and I had so much fun with it, and it also made me feel a lot more relaxed than how I felt in the store when the sales assistant was a little bit hovering over me. And I find it personally to be quite stressful in situations like that when I am keen to buy something but I'm not really looking for someone else's opinion. Like, I would rather just take my time and explore the whole collection. Here in Sweden, clothes are one of the top categories of returned items from online purchases this year. And to be honest, it doesn't really surprise me because, speaking from experience, I used to buy multiple sizes in clothes quite frequently because I wasn't sure of which size to get. And also the brand that I was buying from didn't have a store in my town. So even if I did want to, I wouldn't be able to go into the store and try it on in real life. This isn't the best habit for the environment, obviously, but I know a lot of people who do this. And so that is where a virtual try-on tool would be a great way to reduce returns. Virtual fittings actually came into bloom during the pandemic when all fitting rooms were off bounds and stores and retailers basically did all that they could do to make the store survive. Even now, like a few years later, brands are still experimenting with virtual try-ons. For example, Tommy Hilfiger placed AR mirrors in their store and you could try on, I think it was like 10 pieces from a digital collection. So there are also some AR powered apps that you can try as a consumer that brands have paired up with. So I read an article in Fashionista where the author Cash tried out a few options, and here is what she found. So One of Fashion is a company owned by Farfetch, and they do virtual try-ons using augmented reality in their app. So you can try on real collections from designer brands, and it kind of works like Snapchat. If you want to have some fun and like maybe try on some designs that aren't available to you in real life, then I would say that this is a fun app to try. But it seems that it is more about making a fun experience and enhancing the shopping experience rather than giving you an actual representation of what the item will look like on you. So if you are interested in the virtual try-on for the sizing aspect, then I think that Google might be a better option for you. At least that is what the article in Fashionista found, was that Google Shopping also offer virtual try-on, but instead of you like using an app to scan yourself and trying on products, you will be able to see the item that you are searching for on Google being represented by AI generated models, and they range from sizes XXS to 4XL. So even if you can't see the garments on yourself, chances are that you will be able to see it on a model who has quite similar appearance to yours, given that they are a set of 80 models to choose from. That is far more than your like average online retailer these days, where in the best of cases they would show the same product on like 1 or 2 models. Cash mentions that the Google Shopping virtual try-on is quite hard to find. In fact, I couldn't find it in my desktop view. I think you need to be on your phone and go to the Chrome app and find it under the Google Shopping settings, which is a bit tricky, and I wish that they made it a lot more accessible and easier to find for the average consumer. So imagine if this type of technology would be more widely implemented. I don't think it's uncommon to want to see how a certain type of garment will fit you before buying it. Whenever I am planning a purchase, I spend a lot of time just like looking at pictures of other people wearing the same thing and how they are styling it and how they are wearing it. But oftentimes I also look for someone with a similar body shape to mine to see just how it like flows on their body. And obviously I'm not alone in this, so the Google Shopping AI model would be super fun to try. Have you seen this function and have you tried it? If you have, let me know in the comments. When you shop online, it's not uncommon for you to see like size recommendations and product recommendations based on your previous purchases. And you might also be able to see reviews from other people who have bought the same product that you are looking at, and you can kind of see what size or color they chose and how it fit them. Artificial intelligence personal shopping assistants, they use algorithms to understand individual customer preferences, body measurements, and style preferences. AI can be used here to provide more of like a personal recommendation based on you rather than like a select group of people. So not only does having a personal stylist help reduce returns, but it would also make your shopping experience a lot more efficient and a lot more fun. So there are a bunch of services available. One of them is TrueFit, and they use data to create personalized shopping experiences. So on TrueFit, you can create a profile for yourself or even for your family members. You can answer some questions about certain styles or brands or sizes that you prefer, and so that then when you shop online, you will get personal recommendations based on your answers. So I know that some retailers also offer like chat bots. You will see these little chat boxes popping up in the bottom section of your screen, and it's meant to be more of like a dialogue where you can chat to someone and it feels a little bit more human rather than you just typing something into the search bar. Personally, I feel that that is a little bit too salesy, and the chatbot is in my eyes more suitable for like, I don't know, if I want to buy a new computer and I'm not sure which model to get or like what the specs are and I want to compare them, but maybe not for shopping clothes. You may also have heard about an app called Style DNA. So Style DNA has over 3 million users, and they offer color analysis, size guides, and even the option to see whether or not items that you are browsing for online actually fit into your closet. So basically, if you look for clothes online, the app will help you to know whether or not it's a good investment for you and how it fits into your style. You can also scan your existing clothes and get outfit recommendations and find outfit inspiration directly in the app. So I think that this is a great way to sort of have fun with your style without focusing too much on the shopping aspect, because obviously, as I talk about a lot, I think trying to minimize shopping is the best thing that we all can do for the planet. But I like this because it gives everyone the chance to sort of try out a personal stylist without spending a ton of money on it. So you can choose from different payment plans and get away with, I think it was like 16 euros for just 3 months, which is fairly good in my opinion, and I might try it and let you know what I think. Also, just a side note, but one of my personal goals is to be able to offer personal styling services. Have you worked with a stylist before, and what was your experience? Also, let me know what you think about it, because I feel like AI in all its glory, like all of these tools are really cool and interesting, but I still believe that there is a huge value in getting a human feedback you and a human perspective on your style. And so I don't think that will ever truly go away completely. I think that we can be smart and use AI as a complement, but maybe not take over entirely, because then I think we would all basically turn into robots. So another aspect of online shopping is finding product information and what the product is made of. Most of the time you can view this sort of information in the product description box. So you will be able to see like what type of material is it made of, and maybe sometimes, if you're lucky, also where it was made. Usually it's kind of rare to see this type of manufacturing information displayed right underneath the product. It's much more common to see it on like the FAQ general question page, where they talk more in general about their manufacturing process and their supply chain. According to the Fashion Transparency Index of 2023, which reviews over 250 brands, only 52% of brands publish a list of their first-tier manufacturers, and only 12% disclose selected raw material suppliers. So the fashion industry as a whole has a history of being very unregulated, and it still is, but traceability among brands is slowly increasing, and the passing of international laws and bills do help. So just last June, the European Parliament voted in favor of the Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive, which means that companies of a certain size are required by law to investigate their supply chains. So speaking of supply chains, blockchain technology is a very exciting innovation when it comes to enhancing transparency and traceability in the fashion supply chain. So by recording each step of the production process in an immutable ledger, which is basically a system that prevents any data tampering, the sustainability and ethical standards of the manufacturing process can be verified more objectively. So brands use blockchain to provide information about the origin, materials, and labor practices involved in the production of their clothing. And this, as consumers, will help us to make more informed decisions when we buy. And it doesn't mean just clothing, like this can be applied to any industry. So within the luxury fashion sphere, blockchain technology can also be used to authenticate items, and it can also be used to track items throughout their life cycle. So if you think that blockchain sounds a little bit complicated, then there's a great video from Wired where they explain it to different people, and I will link it down below for you to watch. To summarize, blockchain is a great tool when it comes to increasing transparency in the supply chain. Aura is a non-profit organization offering blockchain technology within the luxury fashion segment, and member brands include Jill Sander, Marni, and Miu Miu. And Provenance is yet another example, but for the beauty industry. So they offer blockchain technology to beauty brands such as The Ordinary or Hourglass. So if you are watching this video, then I am guessing that you are already quite a conscious consumer, and maybe you already choose recycled materials and maybe you already go thrift shopping, but hopefully this video gave you some insight into some exciting new technology that's happening within the industry, and that might bring you a little bit more hope toward a more sustainable fashion industry in the future. So I know that I for sure learned a lot just by doing research for this video. All of the links can be found in the description box down below if you want to read more. I also found a lot of cool information about like lab-grown textiles. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to talk more about the actual production process and some creative and fun innovations that are happening in that sphere. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would make me really happy. You can also follow me on Instagram at Louise Wears. I wish you the best week ahead, and I will see you again next Sunday. Bye!